Going to a part of the country you've never been before offers unique opportunities when it comes to birding. While we are plenty used to the flora and fauna of Wisconsin, many people have never even been to the upper Midwest before. To them, many different species are new and exciting. We often get contracted by people to show them target species in our state. This was the case when Will, a birder from Florida, reached out to us hoping we could help him find some northern species he still needed for his life list. On his second day in Wisconsin, we made the trip north in search of a species that many people covet a sighting of, the snowy owl. Before looking for the owl, however, we decided to check off some other species Will needed. First up was a Ross's goose that had been hanging out in an industrial park. We pulled into the parking lot and immediately saw the small white goose mixed in with a flock of Canada geese.
Early morning Ross's goose in a parking lot.
Oh yeah.
It's so random.
I don't know if I would be able to tell a difference unless it was next to a snow goose.
So look for the tiny triangular bill and like small to no grin patch.
Ross's geese spend the winter in the southern United States, parts of the western United States, and northern Mexico. They migrate through the northern Midwest in early spring and late fall, where they can be found in farm fields. These geese are actually fairly rare in the region during winter, and we were quite lucky to be able to see this one in the snow at such close range. Keeping enough distance to make sure we didn't startle the geese, we got out of the car as the snow began falling harder. So, Will, what do you think of the snow?
Oh, I like the snow. It's fun. I don't want to drive in the snow, and I'm not sure I want to live in it all the time, but it's really fun just to visit.
You like driving in the snow? I have people for that.
Yeah, really. I have these guys who are very generous to drive me around the snow.
With our first target bird checked off, we continue north for target bird number 2, the mute swan. Mute swans were not originally native to the United States. They were brought to North America in the 18 and 1900s. These birds established breeding populations and now can be found in various parts of the United States, with the highest concentrations along the northern Atlantic coast and around the Great Lakes. Heading to a small pond where 2 mute swans had previously been reported, we quickly honed in on the large and elegant-looking birds.
Bam, there it is.
I wish I had something witty to say, but I don't. Like, we got it. That's cool.
It's been an easy day so far.
Yes, it has.
The waterfowl are cooperating. Now 2 for 2, we turned our attention to our top target for the day, the snowy owl. Our search area was a small northern town called Freedom, where a few of these Arctic raptors had been spending some time.
Just stopped here at a gas station to pick up some food before we finally reach Freedom to look for snowies. There's a lot of snow out here. It looks very wintry and very beautiful. Excited to see if we can get Will a snowy. I think our odds are good, but it's not good to be too confident. So hopefully we'll be able to get one. That would be probably like his favorite thing all trip, I think. So hopefully we can get it.
With the snow making spotting one of these white birds more difficult, we knew we needed to be diligent in our efforts.
Will, how you feeling?
Oh, am I on camera now?
Yeah.
Okay, how am I feeling? Locked in, zoned in.
I thought you meant locked in because the child locks are.
Oh, no, not because the child locks are in the car, but because I'm zoned in.
Slowly moving along the country roads, we eventually reached a spot with some farmhouses and silos. There, we were able to find Will, the bird he wanted to see most.
The top silo?
Yep.
Hey! I would do a dance, but I'm in the car.
We got out of the car, and Will's excitement could finally be let out.
What's the excitement level, Will? This was your
This is the
Grail.
Mecca. Yes, this is the Holy Grail. I feel like I use so much pent-up excitement beforehand that I can't like let it all out, and I also don't want to scream because the owl's right there, and I don't want to scare it. But internally, so yeah, I'm big time psyched. I flew all the way from South Florida to see this bird, so it's only downhill from here. I'm kidding, but.
The snowy owl is a bird that truly personifies winter in North America. Adult males are clean white, while females and immature birds have gray, brown, or black barring. These beautiful birds breed in the high Arctic and make their way south in the winter. Some years they move quite far into the lower 48 states, but other years they are more rare. Most years, however, Wisconsin is a reliable place to find snowy owls, making the Dairy State a great place to visit in winter if this species is one that you've been hoping to see.
God, that thing is so gorgeous. Hey, it's looking at me.
Hey, little buddy. It's like, can I eat that? I don't know.
Can I eat that? We have grapes and jerky.
After spending some time watching the snowy owl and allowing Will to bask in its beauty, we moved on to try and find some other northern species.
That's what you come to Wisconsin for, man.
And the cheese, and you got both.
Oh, and the cheese. Yes, I had squeaky cheese. I didn't know that was a thing, but it was squeaky.
Along the road we spotted dark-eyed juncos and American tree sparrows, and hoped to keep the luck rolling at our final stop of the day.
We just cruised a place called Shady Lane looking for a northern shrike, which would be a lifer for Will, and we didn't see anything driving it, so we got out and we're going to walk it. It's pretty quiet, so we're going to be careful, but walking gives us a lot of advantages. It's easier to hear stuff when you don't have the car kind of buzzing, and you can just take your time more with it, so hopefully we'll be able to pick up a shrike here.
Walking the road, we found European starlings, an American kestrel, and a rough-legged hawk, but the shrike never made an appearance. Even so, it was an incredible day of birding for Will, who picked up a handful of life birds, and of course, his personal holy grail bird, the snowy owl. This was certainly a day to remember for Will, and we were extremely happy to be able to be part of his experience. If you'd like to see some of the species that live in Wisconsin, you can click the link below to check out our tour options, and use the contact tab to reach out to us for more information. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Badgerland Birding.